Welcome to Lifestyles of the Strange and Exotic. I don't know where to film anymore. Like, I'd like to sit there, but kitties like to pee things, so they kind of ruined the bottom of that. So I'm kind of like trying to get that out of the shot to make things look less like junk until I get around to sorting. Which kind of leads me into the video I am now weighing up in your face for. So, I am still here. To like the two people left who might still watch my vids. Hi Danny, hi Sierra. So, you know, my YouTube dreams have been dashed, as you know, they stopped monetizing people who didn't have like 60,000 subscribers or something like that. I'm still surprised I made over 100. Like, yo, what's up? So I'm just gonna be the same boring, low-key person, filming on my phone because it's less effort. My camera is still there to be used. So I had a plot. And the point of today's video is to kind of talk about one, why I don't post as often, one I have nothing to post on anymore. And it's just the fact of like getting to that point. So this year I've just pretty much been taking care of me and just sort of, okay, what's getting me out of that sort of really low place I was in, and it's not something I'll ever actually climb out of, because I've always been in the hole, but I just managed to peek my head over the hole until some boot was like, nope. So, meaning the things I've been doing today, and it's like, it's an achievement just to get out of bed. And I might add, I did get out of bed at 3 a.m. today because I could not sleep. Which is a thing, you know. But I couldn't get comfortable. Like, my pillow was like, nope, repel, repel. So it was like dawn by the time my brain literally went offline. So I woke up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Which, at some point, is pretty much my normal now. But it's like, okay, well, there's things I gotta get done. Just normal, everyday things. And I'm like, well, you just can't get the oomph to do them. So I don't like force myself into doing them, which just sort of makes it harder to do when you do them. So I'm like, okay, at least I want to accomplish a thing. Now I'm not talking about, you know, climbing up the Statue of Liberty type of thing. I literally, and achievements like that are like boss battles. So I, you know, took a shower, which is why my hair's still wet, and I got these curlers because I'm like, well, you go on Pinterest and you see YouTube and people with like haircuts like mine have these beautiful, you know, styled nicely, and I'm like, what are you doing? What magic are you doing? So I'm like, and the curlers I have are like, not quite sure how to, they bend, they're like long tubes and they bend, but they don't quite work. I could never really quite get them to work, but they're nice and soft. And these curlers, if you have longer hair than this, or at least like, maybe like bob length or something like that, these are probably, you know, Satan's bunghole, because they're just like, so my hair is like long enough to do it, but short enough that I can actually get curlers out once they are in. So that was an achievement, cleaning up my side cut, because I watched Catching Kerosene, and I'm like, you know, I should probably do that. And I tried to make it, because it ends in a point in my back, but I don't have a 360 head. But it's a double-edged sword, because I have, like, it's either eczema or psoriasis or something like that, but it's not an allergy. It's always in that spot, and I've had it for half of my life, pretty much. And it's not something that'll go away. It's like an autoimmune type of thing, which is why my thyroid hates me, so it's more of a, nobody's gonna catch it, otherwise it'd be in a plague at this point. But it's like, okay, well, you want hair to hide it, but you can't get to it. But I kind of cleaned up the point, and I hope both sides kind of match now, but then no one's heads are exactly symmetrical either. So that was a major achievement. I probably spent an hour doing that. I sorted my laundry, which was a task that needed to be done. You know, priority laundry compared to like things getting weighty. And I can get to do my laundry next week. And I'm looking over to like, what did I do? Wrote them down before I forget, because that's a thing. Oh, and I washed the bathtub, which is a major effort on my part. How do these things get so dirty? You're literally semi-clean when you're washing, but I blame on him. I washed the tub, so I did a major achievement. And then now this vid. So I did 1, 2, 3, 6 major things today. And here I was wondering if I could get outside and get a walk, so which did not happen. I do gotta walk to the library and bring back books. But people that like don't appreciate the fact that, one, we are not lazy. We want to be able to do things, and we're like doing them in our head, but it's just like physically getting to the point of doing them. It's like, if you can just, you know, get up and go and do, screw you people. But appreciate the fact that you can do that. For people like me, it's like, okay, body, brain, meat, enjoy, you know, you are part of the same life form. And it is a struggle. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with like the lack of light, or at least lack of natural light. So it's like, oh yes, it's summer, but if, like I have pointed out many a time, you wouldn't think so. But then it's like nighttime o'clock. So it's trying to figure that out. If I can get like lights to turn on to go with the daytime, maybe. But you know, so it's just trying to figuring out, yes, things. You know, what works, what kind of makes you feel better, what kind of gives you oomph. Staring at handsome Ignis doesn't hurt. So as I'm kind of looking over here, I found it on clearance in Walmart, and it's a positivity planner, but I used up the actual paperwork that was in here originally, and I'm like, well, there's parts, it was like things you did weekly. It was more of a weekly thing than a daily thing. Like, no, I need to kind of like, okay, I did something, and just writing down the fact that you did something, even if it's just a tiny something, for someone like me, it's like, again, a boss battle, so I got some major XP points. I think I might have leveled up today. So I made my own with things that I want to record. So what I put in, you know, top part is the date, things that I've accomplished. Like I said, even if they're just silly things, things that I enjoyed, which is, you know, just as important of like, okay, I did this, but yeah, what did I enjoy doing today? Like, I'll probably be playing Final Fantasy. I enjoyed playing with my hair, and I do enjoy doing this. Anybody else who has like a mohawk or like a side cut and has that sort of zen moment with a razor. So, yes, I do enjoy that. And this is 1mm. Oh, I'd have thought it died this morning. Things I'm looking forward to, and for someone like me who's pretty much been hard drill trained of just focusing on the negative, razor's attractive, either way, whatever, you know, it's hard to kind of like look forward to anything. For me, it's always like, we can't look forward to it because, one, there's always a price to pay. You know, that's always the way it was. It's like, okay, you can enjoy this, but, and like, I'll get to that point next. And the next thing I go is like, I need to. It's like, okay, well, what are my goals? I need to do this. And it's always the same thing, like clean, sort. And it is getting to that point where I can, you know, is again, like, I've got to weed out a lot of this stuff and kind of organize and make it look less of like garage. Probably never going to happen, but it's an attempt. And I had a thought and it died. What did it go? Well, it's just a murder fest of thoughts. Things I enjoy. Yes, that's a thought. Like, all of my, like my PS4, that was like, I always feel like I have to earn them, and, or have like a legitimate reason to have them. Like my laptop, well, I was doing YouTube stuff, and I was going through, this laptop, I'm like, well, I don't want to have to keep taking it to the summer home, watching the race on it, coming back, just, you know, kind of inconvenient. And I'm like, well, I got these other, and I have every electronic device I've ever owned. So I'm like, okay, I'll pull out the old ones, and I've got like 4 laptops going, and I'm like, why do I have so many laptops? I'm like, okay, I had the original one, which is updating. God, how many old? Probably like 6-7 years old. I mean, these are not new. This is like 3 years old. So I never like buy stuff top of the line. It's like, I only buy when I kind of need to upgrade, that type of thing. So I have the old one, and I was doing videos, and it was just way too slow to edit, so it's like one at a time. And so I bought the refurbished workhorse, which I brought thinking it would work, but it wouldn't. If it's something to do with the Wi-Fi, it's not really good with internet capability, but that's got the almost 3 megahertz, so I can do like 5 edits at a time. So that's why I call it the old workhorse, but again, just doing the point and click stuff. Don't really need to use it, so I put it aside, and then I got... Why did I get this one? I forgot now. There was probably a reason, and I can't remember what it was, so I got this one. So, but it's like, okay, I have a purpose to use them. But like with my PS4, it is solely a toy. It is solely for enjoyment purposes, and I use it every single day, so I've gotten my money's worth out of it. But like I said, I always feel like I have to earn it. Like, I have to go through something to earn a toy. So, and the fact that my PS4 is a lifesaver, and I totally enjoy, again, Final Fantasy 15, my favorite game ever. I'm on my 4th playthrough. For some reason, I like punishing myself with episode Ignis at wee hours in the morning. Great DLC, but, you know, Square Enix will rip your balls off, glue them back on, and rip them off again with the feels, and that's with your girl. So, that's why, like, you know, if I buy something, it's like, okay, well, I've done this type of thing, I've earned it. I can't just go, okay, well, I've done it. The same way I can't just get up and go. You know, I have to, like, plan for it and think, and it's like, okay, I've got to do this, and it's like, okay, if something cool happens, okay. So it's like, spontaneity, not my thing. So, I figured I'd just ramble on forever talking about that. And I don't know how many people kind of appreciate the concept of just, you know, the little things, or sometimes big things, do people like me. Which is why the big things are kind of like, and your brain just sort of shuts down, you know, circa 2018. So, and I've kind of been doing a day-to-day type of thing. I did have a vlog, but apparently my phone didn't want to record it. It recorded it, but it didn't, like, stick. So we'll see if my rambles actually stop. Or... No, they probably won't stop. Hi, this is me. I have nothing more to add. Probably be grateful. But yes, I thought I'd just vomit thought and achievement. And I shall now continue to play. Because again, I've earned it. I did 6 things. Ooh, 7 things. I cleaned out the litter pan. I should put that down. Like I said, little things that, like, nobody ever thinks about, and it's like, I gotta, like, plan for, and it's like, okay, I've got to do this. I did this. Booyah. So, to those people who are out there in the same sort of weird headspace, you're not alone. We suffer together. So, hopefully I can do something that looks less meh. Oh, and that handsome fellow right there was my best buddy Tribble. I used to speak Tribble. That's speaking Kefren. But he was my best bud, and he would eat French fries. I shall bid you now adieu. I miss the days when I could just sit there and talk and it was a nice background, but this is what you got. It's getting there. Until next time, ta.